morning, everyone. Welcome to our regular podcast, Corporate Beyond Stories. As always, with you is me, Kate. 안녕하세요. And then we have Baruch.
Hello, hello, hello.
We have Kolaj.
Dobré ráno. Good morning, everyone.
Do we have any fun fact?
Of course we do. So I have here one about PTSD. I'm not sure if everybody knows here. So PTSD is
Post-traumatic disorder.
Stress disorder.
Stress disorder.
Exactly. So we were so close to it. Perfect. Yeah. So some people can develop this post-traumatic stress disorder, and the thing is, so far we thought that it's mostly the brain thing, but what was lately discovered is that some markers already within our blood. So it's not just brain thing where the PTSD has the impact, but also on your blood itself. So these could also lead to diagnosis of PTSD also through just, blood samples. You just take the blood and you are searching for the markers within it. So this is sort of a new discovery. It still wasn't like fully confirmed, but it would be a new way how to diagnose this disorder, which would be interesting.
I've read also about some positions that are.
I wonder what book you were reading when you're talking about positions.
But that are more inclined to end up with PTSD versus burnout. So, for example, if you are police or within the police, the majority might end up with PTSD, but if you are a doctor, majority might end up with burnout. So they were checking those two diseases with some specific positions or job roles, and the inclinity towards those two. Is it a disease? Mental disorder?
It's disorder, yeah.
Yeah, disorder. So
and if you're a police horse, can you end up with PTSD as well? Because you're serving, the policeman, so it could be burnout.
I don't know. I am not the horse person, nor do I understand the horses, so I don't know.
So if there is somebody who's taking care of horses, please let us know if horses can suffer of PTSD or
I believe so. Must.
Or burnout, if there is any chance, at all. And if so, if there is any inclination.
Leave us a comment.
Leave us a comment. That would be one of the strangest comments, I think, on podcast. But
today's topic is drum rolls. Business trees.
Animals. No. Almost made it. Okay.
Almost there.
Corporate animals. Yeah.
Some business trips. Okay.
Business trips. And usually it's your superior, your manager might send you to a business trip. Hey, you'll go there and there. And you go, why? But have you ever actually requested a business trip that you think it's needed? Or is it always just the manager that sends you?
The thing which you mentioned never happened to me. It was always me who requested the business trip. It was never like manager coming to me like, and you're going for a business trip.
Okay, tell us more, like how did you request it? How it even came to your mind, and then what were the steps that you did?
Hey, manager, I want to go there.
Yeah, right. That would not work. Come on. Based on what are you making the decision?
That usually starts the conversation on one-on-one. Usually, you have a conversation with your manager, and because it takes a long time for preparing, for submitting it, and everything like that. So usually it starts like, okay, I feel that going there, being there face to face, would help me. So I want to go for a business trip. Usually, that's how it started for me. I had it. The business trips were not in my job role or job position as a mandatory or prerequisite. So I was requesting it. I went to a manager and said to him like, okay, I think that it would be useful if you send me there for face-to-face.
So tell us your secret. What are the things that managers like to hear when they allow you to send you on a business?
Oh, you're so
trip?
pretty, and you're in so much, and you're so wise. Could you please? No, they do like hear that. Everybody likes to hear that. That I would go with what we were talking. I would go with what we were talking in the business justification episode. So you want to talk about the impact. You want to talk the reason why it's good for you, for the company, mostly for the company, for the department. If you can give there some tangible outcomes or bind it to something more tangible, like, okay, we are going to run this workshop for a client during this period of time, and it's better to do it face-to-face because of the quality and performance and blah, blah, blah than virtually. That helps your case. All this information. If you can summarize their costs versus benefits or ROI, return of investment, still good. I congratulate you if you can do it. I wasn't able to do that. So it's mostly about why those soft benefits, mostly like, okay, so it's good, it's helpful, all that ChatGPT nonsense.
Let's use that girl for ROI, right?
Yeah. And then you put there, you're so wise, you know what's the best. And bind it towards that so you kind of compliment them as well and, you know, get them on hook. Or even better, tell your manager if they can make it, they can go with you, you know, so they have part of it. And if you take your manager with you, he's also involved, or okay. And if you take your manager with you, he or she is also involved, and she will have, or he will have the interest to get it approved. So higher chances for you.
And also a good thing when you have your manager with you is sometimes they pay everything. So that's even less trouble with reimbursement.
Just sometimes.
Just sometimes, yes, depends on the manager and company.
So now we've heard Kolai's, like how he always requested the business trip. In my case, I usually, I'm just really thinking. When we went to the Romania, was it our idea or what it was? Okay, then I was also part of that when we requested our business trip. I thought that it was always that manager sent me, but now Kola just confirmed it was our idea. So we went, okay, taking back. So
I think that was even mostly yours anyway, but sure, it was ours. I don't mind taking the credit.
Business trips, Kat.
See the age, getting the age, it's just forgetting stuff. Oh my gosh, unbelievable. But that one was really good. I remember we did some trainings and we had fun, so that one was good. Really, the what pays off, like the benefit of the business trip, right? What pays off is if you can meet the person face to face at this stage right now, and I'm really good with virtual stuff, but nothing pays more than the face-to-face interaction. Really nothing. And every time, even like when I travel, even on vacation, if I go on vacation and I go to a destination where I might have my potential colleagues, I use that opportunity to meet them. And we did with Baruch, like we just went to Korea. We've met my two colleagues, and I explained them one of the programs I'm responsible for. They're part of it. And of course, I brought presents to them, blah, blah. And the presents, when we talk about the presents, it's nothing extraordinary. Just bring some of your local chocolate, something that you know it's not visible in the country, so they can really, you know, enjoy it and taste a bit of your culture. And it worked actually even further, that one of the colleagues, when she found out that that's a part of the networking, that's the benefit you get, just not to be super lonely in the country, she's now traveling to US and reach out to colleagues in US as well. So really the benefit is that even think that you are in that country and you don't know how to order a taxi, that local person is capable to help you out. Might be you don't have the right apps, or the apps are not working on your phone because you are from different country, and your colleagues can help you out. So these are all the benefits that it will bring to you. Definitely worth this.
So we're talking about face-to-face, and there are multiple studies, multiple things which can confirm it. And one of them is Mehrabian study. I'm not sure that you've heard the title, but you definitely remember that how much communication is translated in words, how much is translated in nonverbal cues, and how much is actually the body posture and everything. But you probably heard the difference that about 7% is verbal, then there are some linguistical stuff, and then there are full nonverbals. So when you take this, you know that you have all those online tools, but you're missing the nonverbals. So going there face-to-face is how you can ensure that you take much more data about the person and you see them behave not just in the work, but also outside of the work, usually.
Wasn't this study already refuted?
It's not that it's refuted, it's still holding. It's just that a lot of people translated it wrongly. Usually people translated that when we are communicating, this is how you do. But people translate it as like a general communication guidance. But when we are talking about words are not being important, I can say like, and you have no clue what I've said or what I meant by that. Although I asked, how are you doing with this beautiful sunny day? So words are important. It's just that the way how Mehrabian was studying it, it was about the first impression and the communication in face-to-face. So how that goes hand in hand. So when you're discussing that, he was not talking, for example, about emails, about texts and messages, because those behave kind of differently and words are still impactful. It's just that when it comes to face-to-face communication, when it comes to first impressions as well, this is how it's done.
And it just confirms the relationship building, especially if you are part of a global team and having that possibility to meet in person and really use your whole body and everything while communicating and trying to understand each other, because we are really different, and not to mention the cultures and everything, helps you build that relationship, have that opportunity. And then once you get back to your country, the relationship is on another level with your colleagues, with those, specifically those you were able to meet face to face.
So there's a relationship building, and there is a different part of it, which about using whole body and the full time there. It's about habits and understanding, as you were mentioning, because as it goes, for example, for us here, it's our sort of habit tradition to go for a coffee together, maybe in the morning, maybe in the afternoon, depends how we are doing, how much time we have. But it is different from country to country, from company to company, from organization to organization, from culture to culture. And each culture has a different habits or rituals there. So by being face-to-face, by being there together, you see these rituals, how the person operates, how the person thinks, and what is shaping the mind. It might be the interaction with their boss or with the local manager, with their local peers, how they are sitting next to each other, whether it's just a box or it's open space, or they are in a small quiet rooms, or they are working fully from home office, or they go for a coffee, they don't have drinking water in the building, or you don't need to walk across 5 kilometers to get lunch. And that's why, that's how you will later, when you come back, schedule the meetings, for example. You know that if the person is taking too long to get lunch, you will not put something just directly after the lunch break, because they need to get back and forth. And if you put it, they need to rush. And you don't want that. Why would you want that for your colleague? So things like that, seeing the rituals, the habits the person has, helps you to shape then your collaboration with them to adapt.
And in general, I would say you find out about the local culture, not just the culture of the single person. And we will talk about it next time.
On the next episode. Do we have any recommendations?
For these habits, I would recommend the book Atomic Habits, written by James Clear. It's a comprehensive guide which talks about how the habits are formed, how you can influence them, that there are 4 stages, and what are the rules about these 4 stages, how to make something eager for you to try how this habit is built up, or how to actually impact these 4 stages so that you get rid of a habit, or you build it up, or what are the possibilities, how you can influence your rituals, your habits at yourself, with yourself. So that's a really nice book. I think that you can find a lot of videos, YouTube tutorials about it as well. It was the best of like 5 years ago, if I remember well. So try that out and use it wisely.
Mhm. With that said, 수고하셨습니다.
Bye bye.
Ciao, bye bye.
This podcast represents our own opinions, experience, and our own ideas. We do not represent any official statement from our employers, and this is not their official channel representing the company.